Let's talk about the 5 warning signs you're not financially okay to retire early. And no matter what type of fire you're on, lean fire, traditional fire, or fat fire, it takes a comprehensive retirement plan and investment strategy to make sure your money lasts until the end of your time. The last thing I want is to have to go back to work because we ran out of our retirement funds, right? The biggest question every retiree asks before they retire is this enough to retire? If you're brand new to my channel, my name is Sai and welcome. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the 5 warning signs that you may not be ready to retire early. Warning sign number 1 is not knowing the basic US tax systems. You need to know what's taxable and what's not taxable. Your Social Security retirement benefits are taxable depending on your overall income. And there are also 12 states where taxing Social Security could further reduce your retirement income. Your pension income, like your military pension, private sector pension, state pension, or federal government pension, is also taxable. Any pre-tax or traditional accounts like your traditional 401k, traditional TSP, 457, 403b, or traditional IRA are also taxable when you make the withdrawal. Did you also know that all of your employer match or employer contributions are also taxable? And I'm not saying that you need to be a tax expert before you retire, but you should have a basic understanding of how much taxes will be taken out of your retirement. And if you have a Roth IRA, I strongly encourage you to check out this Roth IRA tutorial video so you have a solid understanding of the different rules for contributions, conversions, rollovers, and earnings. And I will put the link in the description below. Capital gains and dividends are also taxed differently, and your capital gains taxes are owed on the profits from the sale of investments like stocks, bonds, ETFs, mutual funds, real estate, or anything that go on the Schedule D tax form. So you can also deduct your capital losses up to a certain amount, and I encourage you to have a CPA in your corner so you're ready to retire with taxes in mind. Warning sign number 2 is not accounting for healthcare expenses in your retirement. And there's something wrong with the US healthcare system, and I've expressed plenty of frustrations about healthcare on this channel. I also understand that not everyone is eligible to contribute to the Health Savings Account or HSA. If you are eligible to contribute to your HSA, I strongly encourage you to treat it like a combination of a traditional IRA and a Roth IRA, because the HSA comes with the triple tax advantages that allow you to contribute pre-tax to lower your taxable income, invest and grow your HSA fund into an investment fund tax-free, and withdraw from your HSA tax-free if they're for medical expenses. I did a detailed video on the HSA and I will put the link in the description below. Fidelity did a study that a 65-year-old couple could spend an average of $295,000 in healthcare costs over their lifetime, and we'll still have to pay premiums and out-of-pocket expenses during our early retirement. If you're not eligible to have an HSA, you have to shop for health insurance that will cover your medical expenses during your early retirement, right? I encourage you to explore your healthcare coverage options like COBRA after you leave your employment, the public health insurance marketplace if you want to purchase healthcare with the public sector, or the private health insurance, which can cost you more money if you're willing to pay for it. My wife and I will probably also look into getting long-term care insurance as we get older, because staying in a nursing home can be extremely expensive if we don't have the insurance. I strongly recommend you do some research about your healthcare coverages before you go into your early retirement. By the way, if you're someone who's always writing emails, working on school papers, or building a resume for your next dream job, you should check out Grammarly. Grammarly can proofread your writing and save you so much time and make your writing look professional. I've been using Grammarly Premium since 2018, and it saves me so much time from having to proofread my emails. I also use Grammarly to proofread my resume, which got me a job paying 6 figures in salary. You can get the free version of Grammarly, and I will put my affiliate link in the description below. Warning sign number 3 is having debt going into your early retirement. And I'm not talking about your mortgage debt, because that should have been accounted for when you calculated your FIRE number. Some people choose to pay off their mortgages, and some people choose to keep their mortgages during their early retirement. I'm talking about debts like credit cards, car loans, student loans, and personal loans. Let me briefly talk about the mortgage debt. And we're going to aggressively pay off our mortgage debt in our 50s and be completely mortgage debt free by the time we turn 60. If we can do it sooner, then that's even better. Now, if you're still carrying over your credit card balances month over month or paying on your student loans, you're not ready to retire, period. And I get questions from my clients if they should pay down their debt or invest for retirement. This is my recommendation, and it's on the FIRE checklist you can download for free by visiting firesatchat.com/contact. You can also download my investment spreadsheets for free from that website. And I will contribute to my 401k or TSP up to the employer match. And if that's 5%, then that's all I'm going to contribute when I'm paying off my debt. Step 4 of my FIRE checklist says to pay off debt except for the mortgage. You can do either the debt snowball method or the avalanche method. And when you pay off your debt, then you can start saving for your emergency fund and then investing for your retirement. By the way, if you need help with your personal finances, you can schedule a free one-on-one 20-minute financial coaching session by visiting firesatchat.com/coaching. Warning sign number 4 is not having enough cash saved for major expenses in the short term. I always recommend my clients to build what's called a sinking fund for several categories. Medical, dental, and vision expenses are always in a separate sinking fund for us because we want our HSA to grow tax-free as much as possible. If you have pets, I would recommend boosting your emergency fund or sinking fund to cover any emergency vet visit expenses because they could cost $1,000 for a dog or a cat. You should also have a separate sinking fund for your car maintenances like oil changes and tire replacements because they can be costly as well. In that same sinking fund, we account for our credit card annual fees, DMV registration fees, car insurances, and any other annual subscriptions. We also have a separate sinking fund just for entertainment and travel. Having a discretionary fund could help you budget for birthday gifts, anniversaries, Christmas gifts, and birthday parties. And having a travel fund could prevent you from carrying a credit card balance for purchasing plane tickets or hotels. The biggest sinking fund you should probably have is your home improvement and maintenance fund. You should probably walk around your house and find out how old your appliances are and how much you need to pay to replace those appliances if they completely break down. You might also have a plan to upgrade your kitchen or bathrooms or a new set of furniture for your living room in the future, and they all cost money, right? If you need to replace your vehicle in the next 3 years, then I recommend putting that in a cash savings account as well. And if it's more than 3 years, then I would invest that into an index fund and let the money grow before I purchase a replacement vehicle. Warning sign number 5 is not stress testing your retirement nest eggs to find out if your money will last until the day when you pass away. Right now, you're always thinking about saving and investing, but I want you to start thinking about how you would withdraw from your accounts. And the FIRE number is typically your annual expenses multiplied by 25, but we increased that to 28 to have extra cash set aside in case of a bear market that we're experiencing now. You need to consider the worst case scenario when the US economy goes through a recession or the stock market or housing market crashes for a year or 2 years. Life also happens, right? You could go through a major surgery that costs you thousands of dollars, and that could drain your retirement savings. And creating redundancy in your retirement plan and multiple streams of income could help you mitigate some risks. And managing your liquidity is one of the keys to your financial success. You need to think about both long-term and short-term financial planning. This all goes back to having an effective budget, and you have to know how much is coming in and how much is going out every month and every year. Creating a personalized and effective budget can take years. Yes, I said years because you spend money differently every month, and you need to be able to go back to your previous year's monthly budget to figure out how much you spend in that particular month. If you spend $50,000 a year in total expenses, how much money do you need to invest to have $50,000 a year in passive income? So if you're doing a 4% withdrawal rate, then you would need $1.25 million. But if you're experiencing a bear market, would you reduce your withdrawal rate to 3% or lower? It becomes a numbers game, right? My wife and I want to have at least 2 years of expenses saved in cash because an average bear market could last anywhere between 12 and 18 months. I would also list every investment account to measure its values and risks. And our biggest risk is between ages 45 and 60 because that's our early retirement era. And we want to make sure our money lasts during those 15 years without touching our Roth accounts. Having just one income stream at any time of your life is just dangerous. If the stock market crashes, would you really want to sell your mutual funds at a loss? Or would you have another source of income like rental properties or something else to cover your expenses? These are the questions you have to ask when you're stress testing your retirement portfolio. The last thing you want to do is have to go back to work because you ran out of money. And the bonus warning sign that you're not ready to retire is you still love your job. This is not a bad thing, and we're more focused on achieving the financial independence number. When we reach $2.8 million, then we can figure out if we're going to completely retire or not. I know for sure that I'm going to quit my 9-to-5 job. But if I still love making YouTube videos 10 years from now, then I'll probably keep going. When we reach financial independence, we'll have the option to quit our jobs to keep going until we want to quit, right? We also want to make sure we have fun during our FIRE journey by traveling, dining out, and trying new things. And if you want to know more about how to create your investment portfolio, be sure to check out these 2 videos. So with that said, I appreciate you watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next video. Have a good one.